So, after everyone, welcome back to another video session on national income accounting. In the last class, we were in a discussion of basic terminologies which are concerned with the calculation of national income. For that, we have taken into consideration of basic some type of goods. So, before leading to the final good, the value of final goods and services which are produced in the country, then we must consider certain basic concepts. So, coming to it, first one is called consumer goods, okay, or consumption goods. Second one is about intermediate goods. Third one is about capital goods, and fourth one is about final goods. Next one is about stock and flow. Last one is about depreciation cost. Now, coming to the point, the goods which have been made for a consumption, then that is called consumption goods. The good which was in the form of transformation, as an output of one producer will become input of some other producer, then that the good is called as a intermediate good. Then the third one is about capital good, the good which is helpful to produce some other goods, and those goods are known as a capital goods, like railways, okay, road, bridge, dam, and these are the goods which comes under the capital goods, which with the help of these goods we may produce some other goods, and the good is called as a capital good. And the good which is calculated in the calculation of a national income, then that is called the final good. The final good, which consists the final value, which is to be considered in the calculation of national income accounting. So let's go through the certain examples. Okay. So we'll take one or two examples so that we can easily understand why only the final good. Okay. The first part is about, let's take an example of sugar. The sugar, the salt, okay, we may use as a final consumption, and the same food may be used in the hotels and the motels. When the same sugar has been used under the cooking purpose, then that is not counted in the as a final good. Then that will be considered as a consumption good. But when the same cooking has been done in the same as in like restaurants and hotels and motels, then when the same sugar has been used over there, and when you offer any kind of meals, tea or coffee or something, and we may prefer that commodity, then where we have to pay the money, then that money will be counted in the calculation of national income. So the value of final goods and services one has to consider, because it considers all the stage of the final value on that commodity. So when the final good has been considered in the calculation of national income, then that is an exit point from the economic active flow. For example, from a main manufacturer to the ultimate consumer, there are n number of middlemen will come. Okay. So in the n number of middlemen, the value of commodity will add up, will pile up, right? In such case, when it has been entered to the final consumption point, what a consumer going to make a payment, from that cost, the amount will be set aside. Then that will be known as the value which has been paid, which is accounted in the calculation of national income. Okay, so let's take an example of some other thing. For example, vehicle. So vehicle, it is a thing which comes under one of assembling industry, which we have already had a discussion yesterday, and we try to understand the point called assembling industry. So where the tire is produced by one producer, and the tube is produced, and the engine and the rest of spare parts may be produced by the different producers. But only the company, so which assembles all, and with their name, the product will be launched. So in such case, we are not supposed to take into consideration of all the value and plus vehicle value. So we need to take into consideration only the vehicle value which has been exited from the active economic zone. For example, there is an active economic zone. From the manufacturer, when the product has been reached the number of stages for the final ultimate consumer. When the consumer uses the product, then it will exit from the active economic zone. Then here the value should be considered, not from every stage. What if they add up every stage of value as well as the final value, then that will be a problem of double counting, then that creates error of counting or overvaluation of goods and services. So in order to overcome that kind of problem, so here economists must consider the value of buying goods and services. I hope you people got understood up to this thing which we have discussed yesterday. Let's go through the next topic of today's session. Then that is called stock and flow as well as depreciation cost. If people already come across with the word called stock. Clear? The stock, if people heard in the first PUC accountancy in the name called opening stock and closing stock. So literally the meaning from the point of accountancy, where the stock refers to the value of unsold commodity. The value of an unsold commodity on a given period of time. If they are available on opening date, then that is called opening stock. If they are available on closing date, then that is called closing stock. But here, in the calculation of national income, we must take into consideration of one of the basic terminology that is called stock. Here, the stock refers to the value of assets available in the hands of the country. Okay, then that is called a stock. And moreover, this is a static concept. Stock is a static concept which deals with the measuring of those commodities or those equipments which have been measured at a particular period of time, like generally at the end of a year. Like how you people going to measure the value of unsold commodity at the end of a year, then that is called closing the stock. Okay, which you focus on the credit side of a trial balance in the final accounts. Likewise, in accounting process of national income, we must take into consideration of a value of a stock available in the hands of the country, not in the hands of the business, in the hands of the country, like aggregate food grain stock, aggregate medical and drugs. Okay, so aggregate the foreign currency reserves. So aggregate money lies in the hands of RBI, aggregate gold reserve in the hands of RBI, and aggregate FDs in almost all national and state banks. Then there is an aggregate value which is considered in the form of food grains or medicines or defense. Then that the point will come under the point called stock, and this is measured at a particular period of time, like generally at the end of a year, either calendar year or a financial year. Now coming to the next one, then that is called flow. Flow. The concept here of flow is a dynamic one. It cannot be measured at a particular point of time. It is measured at over a period of time, like over a period, which indicates throughout the year, like exports, like imports, like national income, like taxes, which have been collected, which have been accounted throughout the year. Then at the point which have been measured over a period of time, that is called flow. So why we are discussing this? Because in a country, then the two types of goods will be considered while understanding the concept called national income. First one is called intermediate good, next one is called capital good. Okay, capital goods are those which have been taken into consideration of assets of the country. Okay, and even the stock is also one of the assets of the country. It doesn't mean that every year whatever we may going to produce the different roads, bridge and dam, then that cannot be considered as the stock, because another concept will come to the picture that is called depreciation cost. Okay, now coming to I'll go through the small example. Far better you'll understand the two concepts at times simultaneously. Now, stock is a static concept. Flow is a dynamic concept. Static concept, that is a stock which have been measured at a particular period of time, like at the end of the year, like aggregate stock in a country. So the total number of schools, total number of colleges, total number of railways, total number of food grains, total number of medicines, total number of foreign currency reserves, total amount of gold reserves. Okay, then this is the total aggregate which have been measured at the end of the day. That is a thing for the stock. But throughout the year, some of the things will may increase or decrease, which are concerned with the different economic activities. Then at the point it comes under a flow concept, like total borrowings, sometimes increases, sometimes decreases. National income, sometimes increases, sometimes decreases. Exports and imports, sometimes rises, sometimes falls. So throughout the year, sometimes tax is collected more, sometimes less, due to the different economic situations like inflation, deflation, hyperinflation, and stagnation on different situations. The values may show ups and downs. Are you able to clear now? Then, if that is clear, then we'll move to the depreciation cost. And you people already heard this word depreciation. And in the first PUC in accountancy, you made one separate chapter, depreciation and provisions. Okay, reserves and provisions. So here the point, before reading to the depreciation, I want you to answer the word for a depreciation. Yes, anyone? Yes, anyone can answer? What's the meaning of depreciation? Yes, please. Depreciation, so that we can have both two-way communication. I want you to answer. Okay. Depreciation. Yes, Sheikh Uzair Sahib, you have given the right answer. So decrease in the value of asset. Okay. So why we need to consider the depreciation cost in connection with the national income account? That is a major point of today's discussion. Depreciation cost. Now listen. We may have n number of assets in a country which are titled as capital goods. And it doesn't mean that every year we may construct new roads, new lines, okay, so new railways and all. It doesn't mean that there is addition of additional stock. There is an adding of additional stock. So most of the cost of the asset will go as a decrease in the value of asset. Then that is called depreciation cost. And moreover, depreciation account which is prepared not to get the marks. Depreciation is an actual set of allowances, which have been kept aside to meet the same asset in the future. Then that is called depreciation cost. Then, yes, please. So, are you able to hear my voice here? Hello? Okay then. Listen carefully. So, first of all, depreciation refers to here a set of allowances kept aside to meet the same asset in the future. Then the actual theme of depreciation like this. For example, assume you purchase a particular machinery which is a worth of 20 lakhs. Okay. And at the 20 lakhs, you have kept aside 1/20th of share of every year for the life of an asset for 20 years. When you use the same asset for the 20 years, every year you may take it into consideration some 1 lakh or some amount, which is under the first one. Okay. At the end of the 20th year, the value of asset may comes to 0. Then that's the case. Then the value of asset when it comes to 0, it doesn't mean that the asset value has come to 0. Whatever the amount which we have been kept aside for the last 20 years, the same amount can be used for a replacement of the same asset. Like in case of national monuments and all, some of the amount will be collected in the name of tickets, charges, taxes, and all. And from that amount, then that cannot be considered as a total income. Out of the income, some portion has been kept aside to meet the same expenses in the future. Likewise, so whatever the taxes has been collected from roads, from airways, from so seaways and all, so whatever the amount has been collected by the country in the name of taxes or charges or fee, some portion has been kept aside to meet the same asset in the future. Then another cost is called as the depreciation cost. And this is the depreciation cost which helps us to understand the net figure of a national income. That can be calculated like this. Depreciation cost, which is helpful to assess the net investment in the country. Then the net investment like this. Net investment equals to gross investment minus depreciation cost. So whatever the assets which have been produced in the country, like asset of the country, not asset of the firm, asset of the country, like road, bridge, dam, railways and all. From then this all comes under addition of a stock. But in order to assess the net investment of the country, some cost should be deducted. Then that is called a depreciation cost, and it is not an actual outflow of cash. It's only the amount which has been kept aside to meet the same asset in the future in the name of a replacement of a asset. Likewise, you might have seen in a roadside of your streets and all, a patchwork will be done. Okay, in the main highways or national highways or roadways or somewhere. So you might have seen some patchwork on the roads, and that the patchwork has been made as a depreciation cost as a replacement cost. So and out of the money which has been collected from those routes. Okay, if that is the case, then among these, then how a layman can understand the national income? So that is another. So still, some of you are messaging that they're not audible. Is it really audible? Hello? Sir, it is clear. Clear, sir. Okay. Then some of the students are messaging that they are not able to get even picture. So they might got any of a technical difficulty. But moreover, so I want you to go through the technical assistance from your elders, those who are tough in that. Okay. So now coming to the point, if you want to convey the same message of how the national income accounted for the layman, okay, because it is not a story of a particular home or a street, it's a story of a calculation of a national income. Then for that, how a layman can understand, because it's a value of all final goods and services which have been produced in an entire country. Okay, so how do you measure the value? For example, if you wanted to measure the value of a rice, then how they want to produce? Then they cannot aggregate all the rice which have been produced in a country. They cannot measure the measuring tool. Okay, that's the stupidity. If you wanted to assess how many number of tires have been produced in a country, it doesn't mean that सभी लेके आओ, then एक तराजू पे रखो और तोलो. Then that cannot be a blast. Okay. For that, one has to measure by measuring what called the monetary value. That is what the money value for final goods and services. For that, we need to understand another way of understanding of national income. Because when the first proposal has been made, committee, the National Income Committee, to understand how the national income is a base for every type of economic policies. And most of the people are not able to understand. So, what is the need of understanding the national income? Then, how it is helpful for our country? Then that creates a huge amount of problem. For that, they went with a small an example. Like, I want to give a small example for better understand in a clear form. Okay. So, when scientists have said that of a rotation of n number of planets in a universe, Center is the sun is there, and the Mars, Earth, and a number of other planets are have their own rotation around the sun. Then nobody have understood the theory behind it. But the same thing has been scientists have proved within the 4 volts, but taken into consideration of a neutron, proton, and electron effects. Okay, for every proton with the electron effect, the magnetic effect, the things will connected each other. From that, with the magnetic field, the things will go on. Likewise, when they proved the same thing which is nice outside the 4 volts, then that is called universal number of planet rotations. Likewise, the national income can be counted with the understanding of a circular flow of income or a simple economy concept. Now that's the point where one can easily understand. And that is called circular flow of income. And we can say that simple economy. Because understanding the entire economy with the n number of production, n number of households, n number of producers, consumption, exchange, okay, distribution, then there is a lot of things where one economist has to consider. But the same thing to make to understand a layman, then that is a difficult task. For that, they made one simple concept of understanding how the national economy, how the national income will work out with the simple concept. For that, they have given a title called circular flow of income. Circular flow of income, which is also called as simple economy. Simple economy, which is also called as two-sector model economy. And this economy, it has based certain assumptions that to understand how the income is collected, counted, accounted throughout the country in a particular year. Okay. Then for that, they made it to two-sector model economy, which is also called as a simple economy. Far better to understand the word called the simple economy. Then the economy stands here. It's an economy where there is no place for a government, where there is no place for a foreign trade, and even there is no place for a savings. In simple, an economy without savings, an economy without external trade, an economy without external trade. And that the economy is called a simple economy. And this is the economy which consists of two sectors. And first sector is called household sector. Second one is called producer or farm sector. How many sectors will be? Two sector model. First one is called household sector. Second one is called farm sector. And household sectors are known as the owners of the factors of production. You know the factors of production, right? The factors which we already discussed in the concept called production and cost chapter. Where, yes, please, factors of production. Factors of production. Yes, ma'am. Land, labor, capital, organization. These are the basic factors of production. So let's make an assumption that household sectors are the owners of factors of production, and firm sector will be the producers, users of factors of production. By understanding the circular flow, we can easily assess how the income will be collected in a country. For that, we need to go by a small diagram. Now, there are two sectors out there. First sector is called household sector, and second one is called farm sector. Household sector will supply the factors of production to the farm sector. The factors like land, labor, okay, capital, organization. They will supply all these factors to the farm sector, okay, and the farm sector will make a payment in the form of factor services. Factor services, then that is called in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit. which is also called as factor cost. Okay. So here the household sector will send the factors of production, then that is called land, labor, capital, organization to the producer sector, then that is the firm sector. As a recognition of it, they'll make a payment in the form of a factor services. Then that is called in the form of factor payments. Then that is called rent, wages, interest, and buy. That is a profit. But checking all this income, the income lies in the hands of a household sector. The factors of production has been given as a rent to the firm sector. Firm sector, by making use of all these factors, they'll make a payment. They'll make a supply of goods and services. Supply of goods and services. Okay. When they supply the goods and services for a particular price, then they'll make a payment. They'll make a payment to buy the different goods and services. In this way, household sector will send the factors of production, and the farm sector will supply the goods and services to the household sector. Household sector will receive the income in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit. Then this income will be goes in the form of again to the farm sector in the name of payment. Okay. So in this way, the things will rotate again and again, because human wants are unlimited. Okay. So when the outer the circle, which is called as a real flow, and the inner circle will be known as a money flow or income flow. From this way, at the end of the year, the things will be counted and accounted so that one can easily assess the income of the country. So this is a point where the things will continue as long as the humans are there, as long as human wants are unlimited. In the meantime, the things will rotate again and again. Here the household sector will supply the factors, then these fellows will supply the different types of goods and services. Whatever the income is already collected with the household sector, then they'll make again a payment. In this way, the things will go on. Likewise, arts. Okay. So we as people will all come under the household sector. We may provide the land, labor, capital, HR, everything to the producers. Producer will make use of it. Okay, the capital, the employees, everything, and they'll make a supply of the different goods and services to us. And whatever we have supplied, we have received already in the name of salaries and wages. Then that income will go as in the name of online or offline payments. So these are the things will go on continuously one another as long as human wants are unlimited. At the end of year, the separate authority like CSO department, Central Statistical Organization, or some of the statistical departments will collect the information now and then, and they'll go to submit the same information to the central level, which we used to put it as a budget of the country. So in this way, the national income will be accounted. So I hope people got understood this concept called national income with the circular flow of income. Regarding of it, we'll go by the deeper side by the next session. I hope you people got understood. If there is any doubt, you can raise now. Is there any doubts for it? Anyone? Yes, please. No, no, no. Okay. Okay, Taj. Still any doubts from anyone? Kavya, understood everything? Okay, 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 okay. So, okay, okay, Firoz. Okay, thank you. So, okay, I hope if people got understood, I will continue the same session by the next time with the deeper side of circular flow of income. Thank you. भाई एंड कैसे करते हैं उसका स्क्रीन टच करो नीचे कहाँ है एंड करते हैं एंड मीटिंग